Welcome to Shmirchik Tipsy Tarot, where you will experience all the intelligence that comes with me, including farting, sneezing, oozing, snoozing, sniffing, whiffing, and everything else. This is readings for the coming month of July for all zodiac signs. What's coming towards? We'll start with Capricorn. What's coming towards? What's going to happen for Capricorn sign this coming month? Mix. And let's pull the cards. Death reversed. 3 of Wands reversed. 7 of Cups. Upright. Ace of Pentacles. So there's some sort of change coming, or there might have been changes that you're still getting used to and adapting to. Death reverse. It's a change card, like having trouble adapting to change, right? Death upright is basically a transformation, ending of something. But here we have something might have changed or will change that you will have trouble adapting to. Forgive me. Yeah, hard to move forward. It talks about being stuck in patterns, holding on to the past, feeling stuck where you are in July. Then we have 3 of Wands reversed, which talks about obstacles, delays for Capricorns. Obstacles, delays, frustrations, being small and feeling like you have not a lot of resources. And then we have 7 of Cups, which talks about you being in a bit of a delusional headspace. Perhaps not being able to see things clearly, lack of clarity, confusion, not sure which decisions to make, having some sort of indecisiveness. Again, I feel like you're going to be stuck in some sort of pattern. 7 of Cups, it's delusion. Or perhaps being not being able to break out of your pattern of addiction, whether it can be it could be addictions in any way, overeating, OCD, being OCD, drugs or alcohol, and having just thinking through tinted glasses, not being able to see your way forward, right? And daydreaming about let's see, the future, or things like a job coming up. I feel like even though you might be going through this difficult headspace and having trouble moving forward, feeling at the end of the month, I feel like you might get some sort of promotion, some sort of new idea, new job, new idea. It's going to be a starting point for you. Getting new promotions, promoted at your job. Some sort of growth. It's a new chapter, right? Earth and Aries, Taurus and Gemini. Lots of communication, and Pentacles is money, wealth, earthiness. And I feel like you might be going through this phase this month, having trouble adapting to the changes that are coming your way. It feels like all along you've been having this trouble, things being stuck in your way, unable to move forward, unable to travel, unable to expand and grow. And it could be due to some sort of addictions or just lack of clarity and severe confusion and indecisiveness. But your dreams and your manifestations, from the 7 of Cups, I feel like it's going to be manifested. The manifestation that you're having in your head, it's been all this dreams and all that stuff in your mind is going to come to fruition through, you might get unexpected money that you've been waiting for, or just you didn't expect. Let's pull. Tell me Tell me more. Pull the card of Menses, or Capricorn, or July. Let's pull this card. So I see it being more like you being influenced by materialism, growth, having trouble like being stuck in patterns. But I feel like at the end it's going to be suddenly you're going to come into some sort of wealth or a promotion in your job. It talks about here eight of diamonds, right? So we have here, it talks about like warning you to not talk too much. It talks about some sort of exchange of money and perhaps a new relationship coming your way as well. It talks about like country and riches. Some of you might have been like married later, not later. Some of you might be stuck in an unhappy marriage, but I see like a new relationship coming your way. Then we have Four of Hearts, which is like usually stability, and it's the marriage card or love. It talks about somebody having like being married more than once, right? You might get invited to some sort of dinner, a party. It talks about also Ace of Spades, some sort of tragedy you might have gone through or will go through, something ending, perhaps a relationship. So I feel like for some of you, it might be like with this whole marriage thing and being married more than once. You know, it could be that relationship will end and something new will come in your way. You know what I mean? Some sort of transformation, or like losing a friend in a relationship. You know, losing a boyfriend as in it ending, or it could be literal. You know, but not usually. And it seems to say like Ace of Spades. It's also it corresponds with like Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is also kind of some sort of new realization coming your way, some sort of epiphany, new idea. And it talks about you feeling lonely and being just thinking a lot. And that I feel corresponds with its Ace of Clubs with Seven of Cups, which talks about like dreams and like I feel like it also talks about you like thinking small. That could be also that. Contemplating everything. Not being able to like see the bigger picture. It talks about a veil, like something covering. For some of you, you could be happily married, right? Or getting married. Tranquil mind, new idea, business action. Tranquil mind, new idea. I feel like all this is gonna come clear for you and clean for you this month. You know, all your contemplation, all your confusion. The veil will be lifted, and you'll find the new perspective. You know what I mean? It talks about someone keeping secrets. Destiny, plans, debates, a cave. What does that mean? Clubs, work. Yeah. It says Ace of Spades, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Clubs. A lot of aces. I feel like something new coming your way for sure. New beginnings. And yeah, something new. Especially at work. You know, because this card, Ace of Clubs, talks about like the work aspect of the card. Now let's look. Let's look at. I'm trying to use other cards. Let's look at the Mystic Wisdom Oracle for you guys to see what it says for you for Capricorn. A message for Capricorn from the Oracle. Okay, let's pull. Children, you know that your children are protected. So whether you have like animals or kids, just know that there's divine protection. God is watching. You know, cherished memories of loved ones. And I feel like this ties into like what it's talking about, like having, some of you might have lost somebody with a death reverse as well, stuck in the past, missing people, unable to adapt to the changes, and as well as it tying into like Ace of Spades, you know, where you might have ended a relationship with a friend. It talks about you just being nostalgic and remembering those memories, perhaps finding comfort in nostalgia. And then it talks about standing up for animals, animal bond. So I feel like that also talks about, like, it's interesting because like animals and children are very similar. So I feel like this might be, you know, talking about maybe some of you who are not feeling happy or have lost a friend or ended a relationship or something ending, perhaps finding an animal to protect that might make you feel better. That's what I have for Capricorn. Right? So now we're going to start Sagittarius. We're going to start that reading for Sagittarius. Okay. Trying to be methodical here. Sagittarius. Patience, my friends. Reading for Sagittarius for July. For universe, angels, and spirit guides. The Sagittarius people. Please tell us what's coming for them in July. And I'll do for those of you, like later on, for those of you who don't know your birthday. What's coming for Sagittarius in July? Oh wow, Ace of Pentacles reversed. Death, upright. Hermit. So strange. It's the same cards. Not all of them, but some of them. Okay, let's pull these cards. Tell me what's coming for Sagittarius in July. King of Spades, Two of Diamonds, Jack of Diamonds, and Queen of Spades. I'll pull the bottom card just for fun. And then we have the Lovers. Fine. So Ace of Pentacles, it talks about, it's reversed. It talks about some sort of bad investment. You might have invested in something, done something which didn't benefit you in any way. Ace of Pentacles reversed. It's a bad investment. Lost opportunity. You might have like lost some sort of opportunity because of some unhealthy choices that you've made. And it talks about like you feeling like you missed the chance, right? About something. And then it talks about some sort of transformation. Death card. Upright. Transformation. Starting of a new cycle. Scorpio and Pluto, right? So this could also mean like Scorpio sign is a very deep emotional planet, right? Scorpio and the zodiac. So it could be that you've gone through some sort of morbid thoughts or some sort of dark times in your life and something's ended. I feel like that dark times have ended, or perhaps something's literally ended, you know? Friendships, a job. I feel like it might have been a job. You might have missed a chance with the job or made a bad choice in the past and you're realizing it now and you're going through some sort of transformation, and you might be also thinking like dark thoughts. You might be thinking morbid thoughts and not feeling happy and good. But you have to understand that when one door closes, one door will open, right? And it's a transformation and it's something new coming your way, right? the end of one phase, the beginning of a new. It could be literal death. It could be not. But I just see it as something ending, right? Then we have the Hermit. It seems like you're going into yourself. You will feel lonely. You'll feel like doing some inner introspection, taking time for yourself. It's as if like you've been through a lot. Sagittarius, you've been through a lot, and it's like you've come over so many hurdles. You had so much experience. And with all that experience, it's like you're looking into yourself and looking for the answers within yourself as well. The Hermit. Yeah. Hold on. Bear with. The Hermit. Yeah. And you might take time for yourself to go on vacation somewhere just to clear your mind. You've been through a lot. You've overcome a lot. It's not like as if all is lost, whether it's with a job, relationship, or whatever it is, right? You've come over a long way, and you've learned so much. And through solitude, I feel like something inside of you is gonna awaken and shine through. You know, I'm getting chills thinking about it. It's as if you had to go through this time to establish yourself, your wisdom within yourself, to come to some sort of deep knowledge. It could be like you're battling inner demons, problems within yourself. Perhaps you're having like intrusive thoughts, right? And that goes with the Scorpio. The thoughts, like the Death card, which is it could be morbidity, right? And then we have Three of Wands, which talks about you going on some sort of traveling, Sagittarius. And Three of Wands is actually connected with Sagittarius. It's Sagittarius energy, and it's in the planet of Jupiter. I think I'm right. Fire, Sun, and Aries. It's not exactly Sagittarius, but it is a fire sign. So I feel like even within 3 days, you're going to be broadening your horizons. You're going to be perhaps planning a long-term trip overseas. Perhaps it'll be a short trip somewhere where you'll go on some sort of romantic getaways. You'll be swept off your feet by somebody. So for those of you who are looking to find relationships, I feel like you're going to meet somebody this month. Or it's like you're going to just come into your own creative self. And it's talking about you being on the right path, even through all your suffering and all your intrusive thoughts, all your morbidity, or your bad choices that you might have made, or the separation that you've gone through. Right? So, yeah, it talks about like you learning more, repairing yourself, repairing your relationships, repairing your mind, and preparing for the future. And then I see the Lovers, which talks about like two becoming one. And it's Gemini energy, which is like being able to see from different mindsets. The Lovers, it could literally mean like you'll find your true love if you're looking for a relationship. Or it can mean that you're going to match with the perfect job. Or you could be matching with within yourself, just coming into agreement in your mind about different things just coming to rest. And it talks about finding a perfect balance. And let's see, the Lovers, duality, two becoming one. It seems like if you're going to be finding a relationship, whether you're gay, straight, whatever, it seems to say that you're going to find true love and commitment. Somebody will commit to you. If you're waiting for that guy to commit to you, he'll probably decide that he wants to commit to you. It talks about true care. So it could be like finding, excuse me. It could be talking about like true care, finding the right person to care for you, you caring for them. It's like you're going to be transcending into a higher plane of consciousness. So if you're in a relationship and it hasn't been going anywhere, or if it's a new relationship, it's like as if two people are going to suddenly reach like an understanding, like two different opinions and two different people, and transcending into a higher level of understanding, you know? It is Mercury, lots of communication. I see you communicating a lot with lots of people, perhaps just your lover, perhaps the travel that you go on. You know, you're going to be growing so much and communicating so much with so many different people, and you're going to be loving that because, like, I feel like it's going to be bringing you out of the solitude which you've been going through all this time and the separation of whatever it is. Then I have the cartomancy, which is King of Clubs. It talks about a man. It could be a father figure that is very hot-tempered. He is tempered, or he's just very fiery, you know, and hot in who he is. He's stubborn. It could be talking about you if you're like a stubborn older man. It's talking about like an older man in particular. This person can either be influencing you in your life, or this could be actually you. It talks about, for those of you who are like looking for a relationship, I'm guessing it could be that you'll find that wise older man who is going to be like, who is very upright, and he might be in an authority position. Two of diamonds, right? Two of diamonds. It talks about someone sharing news with you. So, and it talks about somebody having like a serious love affair. So you could be finding a guy in an authority position. He could be a sailor. He could be a court, somebody in like the justice system. He could be like, not necessarily justice system, but he can be, you know, he could be a PhD. He could be just somebody that's very strong-minded. It's like two becoming one as well. Like birds, two of diamonds talks about birds, gossiping, lots of chatter. And I feel like this is also the energy of Mercury. You're gonna have like a real serious love affair coming out of this solitude. I feel like it's all connecting. I keep seeing like guys. So for those of you who are like women looking for a guy, I see a guy coming. Yeah, it talks about a messenger here, a young person. It could be a girl or a boy. Again, somebody in authority position. You know, for some of you, you might like meet a guy who's also hot tempered, and you know, if you don't agree with him, he can fly off the handle. For some of you, it might be a light haired guy, a light skinned guy. You might just meet him like a stranger, or meet a friend who's a stranger, and this person is very deep, works hard, you know. So it could be a friend that you might meet as well. Lots of communication I see here, and I feel like it's good for some of you because you've been going through so much beforehand. But just be aware, it is some of you might be suffering from like a mother figure, a mother-in-law, mother figure, an older friend, woman who is just really jealous of you. Queen of Spades. She's a seductress. She's cruel. She can be mean. She has dark eyes, and she's very manipulative, right? So you just need to be aware. I feel like you need to be aware, like, through all your happiness that you're going to come into this month, meeting different people and having gone through all you've gone through. You know, there might be somebody who is just not happy for you. Like Two of Diamonds talks about, I feel like it all ties in because Two of Diamonds talks about being in love with somebody and being opposed for Sagittarius. Being opposed, your love affair being opposed. Lots of secrets, something secretive happening. Something unexpected is going to come into your life this month. Perhaps a small amount of money as well. Not a lot of money, just a small amount of money. And it seems to say like you're going to learn to juggle and manage your own money. Let's pull the oracle. Let me see some spirit guys. Please give them a message from the oracle for Sagittarius. 7 heavenly virtues. Keys to goodness. Wow, so what's the 7 heavenly virtues? Right? What's the 7 heavenly virtues? I don't know. But what comes to my mind is the 7 laws given to all humankind, which I truly believe in. You know, the 7 laws of Noah, you should all look it up, especially for Sagittarius. If any of you are listening, you should look that up and combine that into your life, and that should bring you just goodness and happiness and help you reach towards the stars by also believing in the divine. So this is for, like, literally here, Sagittarius energy, you know, shooting for the stars. She's reaching for the stars. Okay, next we're going to do is, let's see, next is Scorpio. For Scorpio, right? For Scorpio. Okay, let's mix for Scorpio. I should have taken a drink. I'm really thirsty. Lord, Universe, Holy Spirit, guys, please speak about the Scorpio energy. What is coming for Scorpio in July? What is coming towards Scorpio in July? Mix the cards, mix the cards, mix the cards, mix the cards. The Empress reversed, 9 of Swords reversed, the Hierophant, and the Moon reversed. The Hierophant upright, the Moon reversed. Let's pull the Cartomancy. Excuse me. It's coming towards Scorpio for July. Three of Clubs, 2 of Clubs, 10 of Spades, 8 of Spades. Wow. Lots of stuff going on here. Okay, so we have here, let's pull the bottom of the deck for you guys. 4 of Wands, reversed. Okay, so the Empress, reversed. It talks about some sort of blocked creativity. It's like the feeling like whether you're trying to grow in any way, unable to manifest what you want, especially for the Empress, reversed. It's like a woman trying to conceive, and she's unable to conceive. And if she conceives, she's either having miscarriages or unable to conceive, right? The Empress reversed. So it talks also about a person, feminine energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. It talks about a person that is not fully independent and has energetic blocks, right? Unable to grow, and this lack of growth can create a personality where you're feeling like you need to, in order to gain control of your life, become more controlling over everything else and everyone else in your life, and dominate and be selfish and looking for attention. So it talks about somebody who is just going through a hard time. This could be somebody in your life trying to dominate you, acting selfishly out of weakness. Or it could just literally mean that you're unable to grow, right? And then 9 of Swords reversed. It talks about you like feeling betrayed in some way, going around and around in your mind, unable to sleep, but you're trying to solve the problem. I feel like you will come to the root of the problem, whatever problem it is that you've been worrying about, whatever pain you've been in. 9 of Swords. It's talking about you reaching out and feeling the despair and reaching out for help, accepting help, and tackling whatever problem is plaguing you, because it seems to say that you're having self-destructive thoughts. And I feel like that's connected with the energy of the Empress reverse, where you're unable to grow. You feel like you're just being blocked and stopped. And then I see the Hierophant upright. It's talking about like it talks about a teacher or institutions. For some of you, because you're having self-destructive thoughts, you might find yourself putting yourself in a mental hospital. Not saying that you will. Scorpio energy. Not saying that, like, for the zodiac of Scorpio. Not saying that you're going to end up going there. I'm just saying, like, it talks about institutions, something set up. You could either reach out for help and, like, to tackle these self-destructive thoughts by going to therapy or turning to some sort of religion, or turning to some sort of traditions, trying to find comfort in and help in some sort of arranged setup, or just literally following rules. Like, for some of you, just following rules is going to put you in a better place, not trying to be out of the box, not trying to be like rebellious and do things that aren't the well-trodden path. Like, for some of you, it might be good for you to just toe the line and just follow the right path. Not the right path, but follow the rules of whatever it is, right. So I could see some of you just feeling really despair from all this and reaching out, getting help, fixing the problem, whatever problem it is that is plaguing you. And then we have the moon reversed, which talks about something coming to light, some sort of lie, something. If somebody lied to you, some sort of truth is going to come out. And like the moon upright, it's like deceit, stuck in cycles. I feel like you're going to break out of these cycles of whatever it is that's been plaguing you, something being revealed. You might be in denial of some sort of truth coming out, because it might hurt you, this truth. And I feel like you're going to be breaking free out of the cycles that you've been stuck in. All these troubling thoughts. I feel like the energetic blocks are also going to be broken. The moon reversed. It talks about like lack of understanding as well. Like, it could be in your life that you couldn't understand yourself. Others couldn't understand you. All these emotions are blocked energy, like the Empress. And now it's time for you to have a moment of clarity. The waiting, the waiting, all this stuff that's been troubling you, now it's going to be clear to you. And Four of Wands reversed, it talks about, like, I feel like for a lot of you, you don't really have the support from your family or friends. Four of Wands reversed. Yeah, a lot of you are not happy in your home. If you're at home living with your family, you're not happy. You feel like whatever it is short lasting, right? I don't know how long. No support, home conflict, short lasting, ungrateful, unhappy home. Yeah, for a lot of you, you're not happy in your house. Perhaps the truth, the moments of clarity. Perhaps some of you are not happy in your marriage. If you're in a marriage, the truth might come out, and you might be like, start having these realizations about your marriage, and you might just like tackle the problem and figure out, like, have some sort of epiphany, what needs to be done in this relationship, in this marriage, or with your family. You know what I mean? We have Three of Clubs, Two of Clubs, 10 of Spades, and 8 of Spades. So it seems to say, like, I feel like it's connecting with the Empress. You've been having obstacles, right? But it talks about, like, I feel like with all your hard work, you're going to persevere eventually. And if something's been blocking you, like marriage, it talks about you getting married, finding somebody sooner than you expected, right? I feel like in 2 to 3 months, some of you will find somebody and actually get married. And it's going to be successful. It's going to be a wealthy marriage, right? It talks about some sort of disappointment, some sort of arrangement. For some of you, you're going to have you're going to make a partnership in a business in July. You're going to be making some sort of alliance with the business of some kind. It could be business. It could be planning a preparation to it's just like it could be like you'll meet somebody and be a good friend, like come into a team. You know what I mean? It could be business arrangement. Sorry, that's my computer. You might meet a good friend, a new friend. It also talks about jealousy in relationships and lies. So I feel like the Ten of Spades, it ties in with the moon reversed, where you might have felt like in the past, in your relationships, in your dealings with everyday life, what's been plaguing you, what's been troubling you with all your self-destructive thoughts. It could be because this relationship that you've been in was based on lies. And for some of you, you might come to the realization like, oh, okay, I have to end this marriage. I have to end this relationship, right? It talks about you going through moments of loneliness and sickness, and it talks about like tragic endings. So for some of you, like it talks about like it might be the end of one phase, the beginning of a new phase. Something might need to end this month in order to begin something new. It talks about like lots of jealousy in relationships and lies, lots of arguments, shouting and fighting, right? And I feel like it ties into the Nine of Swords because we have eight of Spades, which is like Eight of Swords, which is being trapped and bound, right? But Eight of Spades, it talks about, it could be like some of you are very eccentric in yourself, and you feel misunderstood. It feels like people that you've been close to, you've been fighting with, you can't resolve the problems, right? It seems to say, and you might be feeling trapped, but it's an illusion. I feel like everything is just going to fall into place for you, for Scorpio. Everything's going to fall into place for Scorpio. I feel like in July, you'll understand everything. For some of you, you're going to be betrayed. You're going to feel betrayed, which ties into Nine of Swords, right? The moon reversed, some sort of truth. The lies are going to be revealed. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, a lot going on for Scorpios in July. Message for Scorpio. Oh, we have a lot of zodiacs to do. A message for Scorpio. Legends. Learn from those who inspire you. And this ties into the Hierophant, which talks about like turning to people in a powerful position, or going with according to the rules, or getting help mentally, or going to therapy, or seeking advice or counsel from somebody, right? So for some of you who are in a bad marriage, don't be afraid to seek help and to fix the problems. For those of you who are in bad relationships, you can ask advice from a friend that inspires you. You know what I mean? For some of you, it's literally having a mental breakdown and putting yourself in a mental institution. No shame in it. I'm not saying you should, or follow your own risk, but I'm just saying, don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. Okay, for Libra. For Libra, what timing is it? Yeah. Okay. Let's do Libra. Mix the cards for Libra. Guys, I need a drink. Bear with. I need a drink. I can't pick it up. Can't seem to pick it up. This card. It's being stubborn. 10 of Spades. Okay, let's mix the cards for Libra. We're going to do Spirit Guides. Please connect with Libra. Zodiac. Tell us what's coming for Libra. What's coming for Libra in July? Ace of Cups. Temperance. Three of Cups. The Fool. Let's pull the bottom of the deck. Five of Swords. Wow. Okay. Let's pull the Let's pull spades. Not the spades, the cartomancy. 7 of diamonds, 5 of diamonds. New friendships. Doesn't look bad for Libra. 1 second, let me get a drink. Okay. Ace of Cups. Everlasting love. Emotionally loving cup coming your way. New beginnings. Perhaps you'll meet a new admirer. It's Ace of Cups and Ace of Hearts, right? So it talks about like a very emotional new beginning. It could be a new romance. It could be pleasure. It could be sexual pleasure. It could be like abundance, new things coming your way. For some of you, you might have fought with somebody and you're going to get back together with them, right? It could be relationship-wise, friendship-wise, going back with your lover or a friend or something. It could even be like family reunion. But I think it's more like a lover, you know? It talks about your money troubles almost coming to an end. If you have any troubles with money, Ace of Cups is new beginnings. It's love. It's romance. It's abundance. It's happiness. It's satisfaction and, you know, dreams. If you're having like dreams, any sort of fantasies, it's a Piscean energy, which is like being connected with your intuition. For some of you who want to get pregnant, you will get pregnant, right? It talks about like a birth of something new, something beautiful. I feel like if any of you are plagued by depression, that will go away for the time being. You know, if you feel like you're being sucked dry by other people, I feel like you're going to just be replenished. Temperance, it talks about trying different things, washing, like purifying yourself and having all the energy of the divine, you know, the angels and the Lord of the universe protecting you. And it talks about patience and being inspired. You know, Temperance is a great card. It's also cleansing yourself from any impurities. So if any of you have gone through a hard time, you're going to feel rejuvenated, right? For yeah, you're going to be inspired and you're going to feel protected in July. Some of you, you know, it talks about like trying different waters, trying different things, not being afraid to dip your foot into different ponds, you know, overcoming problems and finding your purpose in July. We have 3 of Cups reversed, which talks about not having overindulging. Like for some of you, you might not want to, because you're going to have all this abundance coming your way in July for Libras, you might not want to like do anything in excess, you know, like don't overindulge in any like sugars or foods or whatever it is. But it does talk about you feeling peer pressure and not feeling support from your family or friends. 3 of Cups reversed. So, you know, even with all the good stuff coming, you know, you might feel isolated somewhat. It's not going to be all perfect. And we have the Fool, which talks about taking chances and believing in yourself, believing in the journey, not being afraid, jumping in with both feet and expecting the unexpected, not limiting yourself. So even though you might feel isolated or whatever, don't be afraid to, you won't be afraid, I feel, because like all the options are unlimited. But you just need to be aware that we have 5 of Swords. It talks about fighting, chaos, sudden change, not in a good way. 5 of Swords. So I feel like you're going to have good and some sort of, perhaps you'll have some sort of fight with somebody. You might feel like judging yourself or judging others for some reason. You might have a hard time standing up for yourself. It talks about somebody who attacks others and becomes a victim of attack, or some sort of like situation change, something changing radically. And it's Venus in Aquarius. So Aquarius is like, it could be a change in regard to a communal change. You know what I mean? Because Aquarius is the energy of, like, I think it's Uranus. Aquarius energy. It's they believe in the collective. Aquarius believes in, hold on. Aquarius energy believes in they're not conventional. They desire to make a difference for everybody around them, right? So yeah, again, going back to Three of Cups, you might feel lonely in this. You might be at war with somebody in July as well, right? And you might feel lonely. But that doesn't take away from the abundance coming your way and the new love, right? We have lies and deceit, Seven of Diamonds. Somebody will lie to you, and I feel like that ties in with the Five of Swords. It might be in regard to money. Somebody lying to you and having a fight over money. And losing money as well. I feel like with the good will also some bad too. Not for all of you, some of you, right? It talks about like living in the present as well. So it's like you're trying to make plans, some sort of scandal you'll have to fight for. You might have to fight. You might feel like you can't fight for your reputation. You might feel like you can't stand up for yourself because of it's going to be a sudden change, right? You might go on a long trip, some of you. It talks about good luck coming your way as well. Wealth, friendships. But you have to be aware that people might lie to you in regard to business or some sort of scandal. Somebody's going to try to ruin your name or some sort of scandal in July. And I feel like you're going to overcome all this because it talks about somebody having the last laugh. I feel like you're going to have the last laugh. It talks about like Ace of Hearts, Ace of Cups. I feel like you're going to be finding someone new for some of you, some new romance, new kiss. Or it's like like I said before, someone from the past or new friendship, some sort of reconciliation. And stress with comes with creativity. You're going to have extreme creativity in July for Libra. Some of you might even get proposed to. It talks about you having a secret admirer. It talks about like you getting fortune and fame, and that I feel like because some of you might be like getting some notoriety, like getting recognized for your accomplishments or whatever, with that might come some sort of scandal. You have to be prepared for that. It talks about like people collaborating, even though you might have some sort of scandal, people are going to want to help you get through it, even though you might feel alone. You know what I mean? You're going to come out of this. You'll be successful. That's what it seems to say for Libra. Message for Libra. Don't worry. Be happy. Whatever happens to you in July this month, you have the heavenly angels. You have God protecting you. You have the divine on your side. So whatever it is, just don't feel bad. Your prospects are unlimited this month. The Fool, it's infinite. There's no beginning and no end. It says opportunity knocks, go for it. So whatever opportunities come, don't be afraid. Jump in with both feet. Trust in the journey. Believe in yourself. So that's what I got for Libra. Next is Virgo. We'll do 50 minutes. 50 minutes. I have to mark down all the time so I can put it in the thing when I publish this, because I'm a very simple person. You know? Okay, let's mix the cards for Virgo. What are your the spirit guys? Tell me about what's coming for Virgo in July. What's coming for Virgo in July? Excuse me. Sorry, I had a really good macaroni, so I made it for myself. It wasn't amazing, but I'm full and fed. So, yeah. The Magician reversed. Oh boy. The World reversed. Page of Wands. Oh my god. Virgos. What's going on with you guys? King of Swords. On the bottom, let's pull the cartomancy. What's coming for Virgo in July? Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, so for Virgo, it talks about the Magician reversed. It talks about somebody trying to con you. The Magician reversed, it's like also the veil being lifted. Seeing the magic tricks, seeing the tricks as a con man. Somebody trying to manipulate you. The Magician. We could talk about also like somebody who is not using their gifts. You could be a very talented person and you're not using it. And it talks about somebody that's trying to deceive you, con you, because they're greedy. And you can't trust this person. It talks about a dark man, a criminal, king of spades, with a bad temper. It could be talking about, for some of you, it's you're meeting a widower, somebody who's a lawyer. He's vicious. He's dark, black hair and eyes. He's proud and ambitious, but he's not trustworthy. The World. It talks about you not getting closure about something. Feeling sick, unable to complete something. Because I feel like it's affected by somebody trying to manipulate you. Page of Wands reversed. Right? The World reversed. It also could talk about like something being delayed. You know? So, and then we have Page of Wands, which talks about not seeing your way through, you know, pushing things off because you're not understanding which direction to take. And you're feeling like in July, you might be feeling like self-doubt and like afraid of the unknown, uninspired. And we have Eight of Swords, which talks about for Virgo, you feeling trapped in place, literally tied up with all your baggage, all your problems surrounding you, with this con man and unable to complete whatever, and all these obstacles and delays and this manipulation. A lot of it can be in your mind. You know what I mean? It says that you can't unstick yourself if you really, really desire, but it talks about like still severe confusion. Eight of Swords. You can't take away that which is holding you back, right? But it's interesting because this card is Jupiter and Gemini. It talks about expanding in communication and thinking. Gemini is two-faced also. So you might be dealing with somebody that's two-faced. It could be a dark man who's like a criminal. You might be dealing with a criminal, or like things being delayed and unable to complete things and not knowing where you're going, what to do next. No direction, right? But I see there's a man here, an older man or some sort, or male energy that is very sharp and smart, thinking very clearly. He can come off as a bit snobbish, but he means well. He's full of knowledge and information. I feel like this person, whoever it is, man, woman, whatever, they might be able to get you out of the trouble you're in. You know what I mean? I feel like this person is honest. You know? This person's very intelligent and stable, and he has good judgment, so he'll be able to like pull you out of this place, you know, with people that are manipulating you or criminals surrounding you, you know. Yeah. It also talks about an exchange of funds, lots of gossip. Lots of gossip. For some of you, it can talk about like all this trouble you might be having might be in a partnership, or you might meet somebody and it's if you're having a love affair with them, they might turn out to be like this con man, right? People around you might see this and try to oppose you from being with this person, right? Because this person has lots of secrets. And it seems to say for you as well that you might have some sort of money coming your way. Not a lot, though. Actually, with all this hardships, you know, all this failure and obstacles, I feel like you will come into some sort of money. You know what I mean? And you might also change your location for some of you. You might be all going through like all this stuff, but on top of that, you have good things as well. You know, it's not all bad. Some of you might be getting married. Some of you might be moving to the countryside, you know, to start a nice little house, a nice little home with a little picket fence, a white picket fence, live in a little cottage, and have a lot of wealth coming your way as well. But you just need to be careful of all this, you know, manipulation and greedy con men coming into your life, maybe trying to take away that what you have already. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for some of you, it's all of this is happening, but it doesn't mean it's all totally bad. You know what I mean? It could just be one situation at one particular time in July. You know what I mean? It talks about some sort of destiny coming your way, feeling lonely as well, and somebody keeping a secret in a marriage, or not in a marriage, but some sort of, it can go tie back in with the con man, somebody that you might meet that might want to manipulate you and try to get you to agree to some sort of deal, and then he's going to try to like con you out of whatever it is with some sort of new idea, some new business proposal, you know. But just be aware of that. But I feel like you will come into money, some of you, and you might get good business deals, but just be aware of con men. You know what I mean? A message for Virgo. Message for Virgo from the Oracle. Dragonfly, live life to the fullest. Dragonfly, live life to the fullest. I'm guessing for some of you, it's like, don't give up, don't despair just because you're unable to have closure from something, you know, whether it's a relationship or somebody gypped you off, you know what I mean? Live in the moment, you know, I feel like that's what it's trying to tell you. Live in the moment, enjoy everything. Not everything is as bad as you think, and just don't be afraid to go to an older person who's very smart, or a friend for advice and help, and somebody who's thinking rationally and logically. Yeah, that's what I have for Virgo. Now we're going to do Leo. Right? Leo is at 50, 60 minutes. Okay, let's spin the cards for Leo. Leo is my 1 hour. Leo is my birthday. Coming up in July. What's coming for Leos in July? Mix the cards, mix the cards. Lord of the Universe, Angels, Spirit Guides. Mix the cards. What's coming for Leo in July? For all the little lions running around. The Devil reversed. Page of Cups. 5 of Swords. The Empress, these two are reversed. And the bottom of the cards, Chariot. Let us pull the card and see. Pull the card and sees. We just have like 5 more after this. What's coming towards Leo in July? Pull more. Okay. We have the Devil reversed. So for some of you, it means taking back control into your life and overcoming addictions and problems. Breaking out of patterns, breaking out of bondage, whether it's relationships, whether it's anything. Just taking back control into your life. We have Page of Cups upright, which talks about something new, some sort of new offer coming your way. Page of Cups. Some new idea, a starting point. You're going to be lucky. Could be for the first time, somebody reciting love poetry to you. And it's going to be very transformative, very transformative idea and an offering because it's Piscean energy in Scorpio. So Pisces is like all about the dreams and psychicness and being like in your intuition. And Scorpio is like transformation, sex. It could be like a sexual offer to you. It's not a very deep offer. It could be immature. It could be one night stand. But it's very transformative. It's very deep. It's very deep thinking, being connected with your intuition and connected with your mind, being a bit psychic as well. And even if it's fantasy land, dreaming. It's a nice card. It's right, and the timing is in 5 days, right? So that's like July, beginning of July, and something new coming in your life, something very tender, something. If it's a relationship, it's very sweet. So then we have 5 of Swords reversed, which talks about like recovery, forgiveness, moving on from something, coming to peace with something, right? Like fighting with somebody, but perhaps you might have fought with somebody, but you're going to make peace with them. You're going to learn to forgive them and assess the damages, what they've done to you. Because the Emperor reverse talks about like somebody trying to control you, abuse their power over you, the Leo, right? And then the Chariot, it could be a broken car or obstacles and delays. So the Emperor reverse is somebody who has control issues, right? You're going to learn to forgive that person who is trying to control you all this time, I think. Someone very stubborn. It's a man. He has no self-discipline. And then it talks about like the Leo having trouble knowing where to go, lack of direction, the Chariot reversed, unable to focus, things out of your control. Like I feel like in the beginning, it's like it talks about you taking back your control into your life and discovering something new, something tender, something sweet, Page of Cups, something new, promise, a new idea coming into your life. And then it's like Five of Swords reversed. It's needing to reconcile with somebody, friend, foe, somebody that might have hurt you in the past, the Emperor, or they might turn into this monster, the person that you're meeting. Something might break down. It talks about the breakdown of something. Chariot, reversed. A lot of obstacles, unable to move forward, unable to overcome problems, you know? And then we have, for the Leo, it talks about like a hot-tempered man. I feel like if it's a Leo man, you might have trouble yourself with this domineering personality of yours. Lots of Leos can be that way if they're unhealthy, right? You might have trouble domineering your own life, controlling your life if you're a Leo man, right? It talks about a stubborn older man, dark-haired man. He's upright, though. I feel like this person in your life that you're fighting with, and some of you who were in a relationship, you might reconcile with this person. Because he doesn't have... I feel like this person doesn't have, for some of you, your worst interests at heart. They don't mean bad, but they just have issues, right? Because they're stubborn and hot-tempered. It could be forceful, but they don't mean it, For some of you, it's just an ex from the past trying to come into your life and dominate you all over again once you've taken back the control. It's like you take back control, and then they're coming, trying to dominate you, and everything just breaking down, You're wreaking havoc. You're unable to, move on from this person or thing, right? I see friendships, love affairs, Six of Hearts, going on nice trips. For some of you, a friend coming to your aid if you're in distress, or you being to aid you being a friend to somebody in distress. I feel like all in all, something tender and sweet coming for a long relationship. For some of you, it's that ex. For some of you, something's being delayed. For some of you, I'm not sure what. And then it talks about like a mother, a nurse, a strong, beautiful woman, older woman, relative. So it's the older man, the older woman. For some of you, it's just like a father or mother figure trying to take care of you or boss you around, And it's like a struggle for the Leo to get out of that and take control back into their life, right? It could be a relative that's jealous and sarcastic, a career-minded woman. So for some of you, it's that woman, coming back into your life, trying to dominate your life, control your life. For some of you, it's the guy, right? Let's get a message from the Oracle for the Leos. Yes, I see some trips. You're going on some nice trips. I kind of envision for the Leo trips, going on a nature trip on some sort of path in the woods. Leadership. Oh yeah, wow. This is the Leo card. Here's a lion. It says leadership, set your goals. So the Leo, you have the energy to overcome all these problems because in the beginning of the month, you're overcoming this problem. You're coming into your own power, taking control and power back into your life, the Devil reversed, breaking your restrictions, constrictions, breaking patterns, and good things coming your way. Page of Cups, taking some sort of new offer, starting some sort of new romance or an old romance. I feel like it's like this struggle for the Leo this month, trying to take control back into your life, being reeled back into the old life, somebody trying to control you, it's that kind of energy, unable to overcome problems. But it seems to say if you set your goals, these people can't stop a Leo from overcoming their issues and completing your goals, you know? So yeah, that's what I see for the Leo. Nice trips, perhaps in a wooded area near a little stream, pond. Yeah, so that's for the Leo, taking back control and this war within yourself and with others. Okay. Now we're going to be doing who's after Leo? Cancer. Cancer 110. 110. Okay, so I'm getting like, excuse me, I need to take off my bra. It's too tight. I'm sensory, you know, sensory tarot reader. You know what I need? You know what I should do? I should call my tarot reading sensory. Sensory tarot. Sensory tarot. Okay, so we're doing Cancer now. Cancer zodiac. I need water. Right. Wow, it's late here. Lord, Universe, Angels, Spirit Guides, please connect with the Cancer zodiac and tell us what's coming towards Cancerians in July. What's coming towards Cancerians in July? Six of Swords, 10 of Pentacles reversed, 4 of Wands, 8 of Wands. Nice. Wow, so for the Cancers, it looks good. Somewhat, mostly. Let's pull the card of Mancy. What's coming towards Cancerians in July? That's interesting. Okay. 9 of Spades, 8 of Hearts, 2 of Hearts. Okay, so 6 of Swords we have here for the Cancerian. It talks about you literally moving from one mindset to another, one headspace into another. Even though you have all your like problems surrounding you, you're trying to move on, right, into a new different mindset. It could be literally you will be traveling somewhere, going on some sort of trip, right? And then 10 of Pentacles reversed, it talks about like feeling like a shattered, broken family, broken home. 10 of Pentacles reversed. You'll feel like, oh, I didn't have success. It was like whatever success I had, it was fleeting. You're going to feel unstable, instability, problems in the family, rejecting tradition. Some of you might reject tradition, be in despair, but it's not for long because I see 4 of Wands, which talks about happy family, marriage. It's all temporary. The cat has entered the building. Whatever, I'm busy. The cat has entered the building. That's a good sign because cats are angels. Yeah, so you might feel like, oh, I don't have enough money. I don't know how to make money. You might feel despair, some of you, during July. And it's like, oh, I don't have enough money for this. I don't have enough resources. I don't have enough of this and that. But I see stability returning for Wands, even boredom. Stability is marriage, building a foundation for some sort of future planning. 8 of Wands, expanding everything and growing. 8 of Wands is Jupiter in Mercury in Sagittarius. Lots of communication, travel. Lots of communication and traveling. Lots of change. fast change action. So you might be like, I just see like travel, with the Six of Swords, Eight of Wands. So the Cancerians, you might be going on vacation, flying somewhere on an airplane. Some of you might be in love, going on some sort of honeymoon. And it could be that this honeymoon might incapacitate you guys money-wise. And that might put you in a state of despair for some of you, like with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, right? But it talks about you overcoming problems and potentially setting a foundation for long-term getting married. Four of Wands. So it's like 2 wands of cards. You could be going to exotic locations, the Cancerians, in July. Traveling, lots of fun, stability, working in a good team. And then, like, a lot of you, after you come through this, like, I feel like towards the end of the month, it's going to be like Seven of Cups is, you're probably going to try to unwind from all this action and this fun and this movement, all this movement, and you're probably some of you are going to take a moment to just like daydream and like fall into some sort of trance, or you're just like incapacitated, or some of you are going to be like nostalgic. Some of you are going to be in a state of confusion. Because Seven of Cups, it's like Venus and Scorpio. You might be dreaming of beautiful things. You might be in fantasy land from all the action. You know what I mean? And you might be unable to make certain decisions. It talks about like seeing with tinted glasses and perhaps getting addicted to something, which is not a very good thing, like being corrupted by something from your travels. And you're going to be faced with a decision, some sort of choice, This could be transformative, Venus and Scorpio, but I feel like you will make the right choice probably in the end. Yeah. Venus and Scorpio. It's I wonder for some of you if it's gonna, from all this travel and movement, I wonder if you're like married. I wonder if some of you, will have gotten pregnant from this. Or maybe not. It's like it talks about some sort of difficult choice. It could be that you guys just had too much excess at once. You might need to like come out of your dreamland state, your dreamer state, like with all the travel and the romance and everything. That's how I see it. And then we have nine of don't stick your nails into me. 9 of Spades, which talks about like something from the past coming back to haunt you. It talks about suffering, some sort of suffering coming your way. And it could be connected with 10 of Pentacles reversed, because 10 of Pentacles talks about you having despair and going through something, with your family, probably. Fighting in the family, yeah, it makes sense. Feeling like, but I feel like that's like probably in the middle of the month, you're going to be feeling that. I need to end things. I feel like you might, for some of you, it's like you might have to end certain relationships with certain family members, and that's going to throw you into despair because of your choices, whether it's with relationship choices, travel choices, or whatever it is, ending something with somebody in the family. Flirtation, pillow talk, fun stage. Yeah, I see lots of fun coming your way. It's going to be very tender for you, for some of you, traveling and getting married. And it talks about a blonde girl. For some of you are looking for a woman. I feel like you'll meet somebody. But you have to be careful. It warns about somebody coming in between you and your lover. It talks about intimacy, feasting, flirtation. And this goes like, I feel like it connects. It could be that when you go on all your travels, it connects with, just random people, meeting new girls. That could be tempting. You know what I mean? That can, for some of you, it might be tempting to go with this person, go with that person, like meeting new people. But I see success, like I thought. Pregnancy, yeah. I feel like for some of you, with all this travel and romance and everything, all this obsession and infatuations and growth and emotional intimacy, that might lead to pregnancy. And for the Cancerian, Cancers are very sensitive and deep and emotional. So, like, yeah, I could see intimacy there. And then I feel like that might tie in with the Seven of Cups. And you might be faced with a difficult choice. And I hope you make the right choice for you. Okay, a message for Cancer. New beginnings, begin your new life. New beginnings, begin your new life. I feel like that if some of you get pregnant, it's a new beginnings. You're bringing new life into the world as well. So my message to you would be, it shouldn't be a hard choice. Keep it. Don't sacrifice your babies for materialism or, oh, I can't find a house. God will help you. Next is Gemini. Follow at your own risk, okay? It's in the disclaimer. Gemini is 122. 22. Okay. Let us pull the cards for Gemini. What's coming towards Gemini? What's coming towards Gemini? What's coming towards Gemini in July? 30 years, Angel Spirit High Step Forward. What's coming for Gemini in July? Oh my God, Gemini. What is going on with you guys? Okay, let's pull from the bottom. 8 of Wands reversed. For Gemini, let's pull some cartomancies. What's coming for Gemini in July? Wow. Okay, so we have 3 of Swords, which talks about moving on from something, feeling betrayed, moving on from some sort of betrayal, feeling stabbed in the back. 3 of Swords. Recovering and moving on, forgiveness, forgiving people in the past that might have hurt you, right? Or it could mean literally like getting back together, like reconciling with somebody, reconciliation with somebody, getting back together and being a happy family, like 10 of Pentacles for some of you. And like 10 of Pentacles talks about happy family, completion, finding, perhaps coming into some sort of family wealth, some sort of inheritance, perhaps somebody, a diseased person, because like 5 of Spades here talks about like illness, corpse, disease. It could be like you might get an inheritance from like a family member, an uncle or something, or grandfather. It talks about like loss. Somebody might have lost something. Somebody might have died in some family, and you might just come into sudden wealth. You know what I mean? Because 10 of Pentacles is like happiness, completion, abundance, family inheritance, being in a family business, like family business and winning the lottery. It's like the end of a chapter, completion, finding perfect balance. And the High Priestess, it talks about being connected to your higher self and to your higher consciousness, something being secret, some secret. not being shown to you. Some sort of mystery happening in the month of July for the Gemini, right? High Priestess, it's mysteries, it's following your intuition as well. And it's the moon, which is also like severity in a way. So it's feminine energy, but it's also severity. You know what I mean? It's an emotional card as well. So like the moon is secretive, right? So the feminine energy can also be somebody feminine in your life keeping a secret. And you being connected as well to your highest self, your higher intuition, knowing your own truth. I feel like it will be hidden. You will be connected to your intuition, your subconscious, but it's still some sort of mystery surrounding something. And then we have the world reverse, which talks about no closure, failing to complete something. And then Eight of Wands reversed, it talks about like some sort of delay or rushing to get something done, like feeling panic and very nervous about something, feeling exhausted for some reason. Perhaps it's from the lack of closure, trying to get closure from about something, failing to complete something, rushing to complete it and unable to complete it, you know. But I do see, like, for some of you, reconciling with an ex or forgiving and moving on. Some of you getting back together with an ex and or being included with your family, you know, and being included in the family business, you know, or coming into some sort of inheritance, right? And rushing to complete something, to find closure. I'm feeling panic about it, but I still see you not getting the closure that you want for Gemini. Here it talks about Four of Hearts, Five of Spades, and Ten of Spades. So yeah, I feel like that ties in with the Three of Swords reverse, which is like it talks about something burying a hatchet, which means like you can be burying an old memory, you know what I mean? Forgiving an ex, burying the past and moving on, you know? It could be fighting with somebody or realizing somebody's not the friend that you thought they were, right? A false friend. It could be for some of you. But all in all, I do see for the most part, I see you guys, you know, reconciling with something that had bothered you for a long time. Some of you going in the family business. Some of you, what are you doing, Amber? Amber, you can't go in my drawers. No, I'm sorry, honey. I don't let baby. Sorry. You're being such a bad cat. What? Let me finish reading for the Geminis. Yeah, it talks about also like Ten of Spades is like Ten of Swords, which is like a dead energy, right? So for some of you, it's like a relationship. You can't get closure from a relationship. You've had relationships which there was a lot of jealousy and lies, and for some of you, the person that lied to you is in prison, literally. In July, it talks about being betrayed and feeling like sickness and loneliness. For some of you, because of the lack of closure, you know what I mean? But all in all, I feel like most of you will probably, you know, get some sort of money coming in, like unexpected money, or like winning the lottery, or being part of a family business, or getting some sort of inheritance, or it talks about marriage. It ties in with the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you will, you know, be married and happy and be going to parties, but a lot of you will, you know, it talks about no closure, panic, waiting, rushing, trying to get something done and complete it, but unable to. unable to complete something in July for the Gemini. Right, Amber? Yeah. Now I need to pull a card for Oracle for the Geminis. Resilience, rise above tribulations for the Geminis. Rising above your problems, which means that you will be successful at the end, even if you don't find closure this month. Even if you're bearing the hatchet with this person that has hurt you, you know, forgiving them, moving on, or getting back together with them. Or for some of you, it's not really healthy to get back with somebody that you need to bury the hatchet, you know, bury the bad memories and forgive and forget, you know. So some of you, it's real reconciliation. It's good for you to get back together with them and be a happy family, you know. So for different people, it could be different meanings, you know, all with the same cards. You understand? But I feel like for the most part, you guys will rise above your problems and, yeah. Some of you, even if you're rushing for closure, it could be the best thing, you know, that you're not completing something, because some of the people that you're trying to get closure from will end up in prison in July. I might be talking bullshit, but I'm just reading what I feel from the cards. Amber, will you let me continue and read for Taurus? Taurus. Let's read for Taurus. Yay! Let's read for Taurus. Let me mark down Taurus. Taurus is 133. Okay, Taurus. Let's mix the cards for Taurus. What's coming for Taurus? What do you do with it, guys? What's coming for Taurus in July? Mixed cards here. What's coming for Taurus in July? Okay, Amber, can you go down so I can read for the people? I have no room on my desk. Taurus, wow. Nine of Pentacles reverse, King of Cups, and under Queen of Pentacles. Let us pull some cards for Taurus. Let's pull. Okay. 9. 2 threes. Wow. Okay, so for Taurus, we have Ace of Wands. Something new coming your way. New beginnings. Sexually. Some sort of new passion. Fire. Strength. Ace of Wands. New beginnings. And yeah. And some sort of, it's a starting point for you. Some sort of new ambition. Perhaps a new job. Taking action. Right? We have here the Hermit, which talks about you, even with all the action and all the newness and the passion, it's as if like you've been there and done that, like the Hermit. You're going to be going into like this inner introspection, looking within yourself, looking to discover new things within yourself and to be illuminated, not eliminated, to be illuminated and connect with yourself and meditate and And through this meditation and this isolation, withdrawing into yourself, perhaps going traveling somewhere on your own, it talks about somebody who's very experienced and has the knowledge and has so much experience and so wise that he's overcome all his trials and tribulations. He's been through everything. He's gained so much knowledge, and now you're going to be finding a balance within yourself and finding the light within you, which is a beautiful thing, you know? You're establishing a foundation for your future through this lonely moments, looking within. And then we have Nine of Pentacles, which talks about somebody who is unable to be completely independent. It's like as if you're craving independence. You feel like you need to buy your happiness, you know, but the Hermit, it talks about like once you go within yourself, you're going to figure out that you're going to basically, like my father says, Shmirchik. Listen to the words inside of you. Listen to the voice inside of you, which speaks without words. And I feel that this applies to you, the Hermit, which is like basically the answers you're going to find within yourself. And it talks about fleeting success, trying to buy happiness, wasting your money. Try not to waste your money during July. It talks about living beyond your means. Just be careful with your money in July. Even though you're going to be getting like a new job or something new, some new idea, a starting point for you, you know what I mean? Don't splurge, you know what I mean? And try to stay connected with your intuition. Listen to the voice inside of you that speaks without words. We have King of Cups reversed. It talks about somebody who's going to be either giving you bad advice or hearing bad advice about you. Somebody who's temperamental. King of Cups. Yeah. He might be cold, getting bad advice, and has blocked emotions. You know what I mean? Some of you might be in this relationship where you feel like this person is not opening up to you. They're not showing you their emotions. They're getting bad advice from somewhere. And then there's like this woman. It could be your mother-in-law, Queen of Pentacles reversed. It could be your mother-in-law who is trying to smother your man. For some of you, it might be a wife, your wife or your girlfriend that's trying to smother you and is very selfish and jealous of the relationship. You know what I mean? So for some of you, it's like the mother-in-law is getting in the way and she wants all the attention to herself and she's selfish, right? It's all about her. She's a bit narcissistic. And for some of you, it's like you're married to this woman or you're with this woman who's behaving that way, but she neglects you in other ways. And I feel like for most of you, for a lot of you, it's like you're craving independence from this guy who is just has blocked emotions. You're tired of it. And he's getting bad advice from his mother or from a woman. You know what I mean? And here it talks about like daydreams, peace, Nine of Diamonds, business success. So I feel like all in all, you're gonna have like Ace of Wands, Nine of Diamonds, which talks about like money, ambition, taking care of your personal interests, planning for the future. And I feel like eventually you will gain independence even through this hardships. You know, you crave it so much and you're with this in this situationship with the mother-in-law or the guy dealing with the girl, you know, but something good will come out of this. It talks about like the smell of flowers and business success and being content and daydreaming and growth. And like you might also, this might also, with all this relationship stuff going on here, it could be all this can be getting worse with the success and the growth that you might be going through with the Three of Clubs. You know, with creativity comes stress a lot of the time. And I feel like some of you might get married also. It talks about marriage for you. Some of you are in a successful marriage, but you're going through a hard time with this mother-in-law issue. Yeah, just again, three of diamonds. It talks about like being careful with money. Don't throw away your money. You know what I mean? With the 9 of Pentacles reversed, it's like somebody who just splurges and spends. Just be careful with your money. In July, it talks about receiving gifts and teamwork and skills being improved, which is granted success. So I feel like all in all, you'll be successful in July, but it talks about this situationship going on here. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that answers for some of you. Let's pull for Taurus. Let's pull for Taurus. An oracle. Here we see dreams. Believe in your dreams. Believe in your dreams. That's what it says. Whatever you dream about, it's a beautiful thing. Dream, 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 and believe in your dreams, whether it's a conscious dream or an unconscious dream. And don't give up, you know, like whatever situationship you're going through, it's not the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? That's the feeling I get for Taurus. That's the feeling I get for Taurus. Okay. Next is Aries. Aries starts at what time? 1:42. 1:42. So for Aries, let's mix the cards for Aries. Mix the cards for Aries. What's coming towards Aries in regards to what's coming for Aries in regards to July? Amber, leave it. What's coming towards Aries in July? War. Aries shouldn't worry about war, even if war comes to you, because Aries are very not afraid of it. Right? Let's pull for July, Aries. Mother, wise woman, 2 of spades. Oh boy. Wow. Okay. So, Knight of Swords. It talks about something coming really fast into your life and going really quick. Some sort of new idea, spark, flash. Some sort of innovative thought, perhaps in science or chemistry. Right? Knight of Swords. It is some sort of action, confrontation, debates, which Aries is not really afraid of, because Aries, you jump in with both feet. You care for the bigger picture. But we have 5 of Swords, which talks about some sort of separation, breakup, rift, somebody fighting, somebody being betrayed, betrayal, getting stabbed in the back, chaos, disruption. And I have the 2 of Spades and the Ace of Spades, which talks about something ending, you know, in a fight. You know what I mean? It's going to be a very stressful time for the Aries in July. Some sort of fight coming because of some sort of scandal, deceit, somebody lying about you, or some sort of like serious worries. And I feel like the Aries is going to end a relationship with somebody, either somebody in the family going to die, God forbid, I'm not saying, or a friend will be sick, or you'll end the friendship. Something's going to end, and you're going to realize something. some sort of new insight for the Aries, right? Something going to come to light. It talks about a mother, a nurse, who is an older woman. She's sarcastic and career-minded, a bit unorganized. She is very warm. So there's definitely a woman in the life of this Aries. Not all Aries, but. And then it talks about like severe confusion, Two of Swords. Feeling confused, blinded, unable to make a decision, not knowing what decision to make. Indecisive. Needing to let go of some sort of resentment. That's what it seems to say. You need to let go of some sort of resentment towards somebody. I'm guessing it's about this rift, this breakup, this fight that you had with somebody. And then we have Page of Wands, which talks about, again, something new coming in your life. You know? A lot of excitement for the Aries. New things coming into the life. Lots of movements, fighting, war. Page of Wands, it could be for the Wands. It could be a sexual offer coming your way. Lots of communication for the Page of Wands, for the Aries. Earth of Fire. Lots of adventure coming for the for the Aries. New interest, new path, new situation. And I feel like it's connected with the Knight of Swords because it might confuse you. All this new ideas and new goals and discoveries, it might confuse you, that, but I feel like, yeah, all of that might confuse you, and you're going to be indecisive, and you might also, because of all the resentment that you have towards this person that you fought with and broken up with, or something happened, or you lost somebody, that might have confused you and knocked you off balance. I see you getting back on balance, Page of Wands. And then Nine of Wands, it's like, been there, done that. I got the job done. You're going to complete the job, whatever it was. Nine of Wands, you're going to have conquered whatever it was, because Aries is the conqueror. And you're going to be wondering what's going to happen next, but you're still going to be on defense from all this other fighting and war and all this different stuff throwing you off balance, You're going to feel like, tired from all this needing to stand up for yourself and fighting and defending your rights. You're going to feel like you need to defend your reputation from lies and deceits, the moon, and the patterns. Somebody trying to get you back into like a cycle and keep you in some sort of pattern, keep you in a state of confusion. But I feel like you'll overcome it, and with your determination, and because you're an independent-minded person, the Aries. Let us get a message for... so lots of new ideas coming for the Aries. I could see you being a soldier in the military. It talks about an activist, somebody who can be a security guard or bodyguard, or somebody who's like diehard and tough. Message for Aries. Dolphin, don't worry, be happy. Aries, don't worry, be happy. You have what it takes to overcome and defend your reputation from lies and deceit and breakups. You have what it takes to overcome problems. That's what it seems to say. Yeah. Next is Pisces, right? Pisces is 149. 149. Okay, Pisces. Here we go. Let's mix the cards for Pisces. Readers, angels, and spirit guides, what's coming towards Pisces? So, universe, angels, and spirit guides, what's coming towards Pisces for July? King of Swords, Ace of Cups reversed, Six of Wands, Four of Wands, and the bottom is Six of Swords. Yeah, so you can be successful in the end throughout all the hardships. It's coming to work. What? Why are you barking, Raspberry? What's coming to work? Six of Wands. I mean, what's coming to work? Pisces. I'm getting tired, you know? Okay. So we have here King of Swords. It talks about a male energy. It could be an older father figure who is there to give you advice, take care of you. Could be a husband. It could be boyfriend. Somebody who's very smart. Could be a bit aloof, a bit snobbish. But he's very sharp in his mind and very logical and thoughtful. King of Swords. He's the king of the mind. And he's patient. He has lots of information, and he could be a bit controlling and calculating, you know? I could see this guy being like a criminal lawyer or an executor. It talks about, like here, it's King of Spades. It talks about a dark man who's a criminal or a lawyer or a vicious rival, you know? So I could see this person being in your life, like somebody who is very sharp and ambitious, you know, not afraid to wage war. We have Ace of Cups for the Pisces. It's like, I feel like the worst thing for the Pisces energy is to be disconnected from your intuition, from your blocked emotions, feeling blocked emotions, blocked creativity, blocked, there's some sort of emotional blockage stopping you from being creative. You're like guarding your heart probably from this person or thing. Six of Wands reverse. It talks about like feeling like I feel like in July for the Pisces, you're going to feel like you're not being recognized for your accomplishments. Not being recognized. Feeling like you're being punished and feeling like everyone around you is corrupt. Four of Wands reverse. It's like something unable to create a foundation that you want. Perhaps feeling like you have feeling lonely, withdrawn, unable to, there's no support from your family or friends. And whatever you do, like if you celebrate, you're going to be alone in July for the Piscean energy. But I do see you with all this baggage and all these problems and blocked emotions and corruption where you are, you know, like people, you feeling like you're not being treated right. You know, I feel like you, even throughout that Six of Swords, I see you moving on, probably towards the end of July, towards a different mindset, perhaps taking a little bit of travels, even though you have all your problems surrounding you, you know? Yeah. It could be like you feel like, oh, I want to, like Four of Wands reverse. It's like, I want to get married. I want to have a family, and it's not happening. You know what I mean? Yeah, unhappy home or unhappy in your marriage or whatever it is. Right? And then Six of Swords, it is persevering through all this, healing yourself, healing. And things will start getting moving for you. You know, even though you feel like everything is blocked from you and all these problems in the house and not being recognized and people being corrupt, and things will start moving for you towards the end. And you're going to persevere and heal yourself from all this. And yeah, I feel like at the end, it's going to be good. Whatever hardships that you go through in July is going to be good for the greater good. It's your Aquarius. It's like for the greater good. Aquarius, it's thinking for the collective. You know what I mean? It's thinking big-minded, caring for everyone around you. You know, that's what I think. What is it? Yeah, Aquarius energies. Philosophical, detached, assertive, impulsive loners. You can, yeah, I could see you feeling lonely in July for the Pisces energy. you know? It's like as if within you, it's like as if you want to make a difference. But and in the end, you will have made a difference towards yourself and towards others in your life, you know? Even though you have no support, and this guy in your life, a lawyer or something, you know, or somebody in authority position, he might be able to help you, or he might be mean to you. You know what I mean? Talks about a young woman who takes initiative, no, talkative. She's a mother. For some of you might be mothers, you know? It talks about a woman who likes to be amused, you know? So for the Piscean energy, it's like they're dreamers and they love adventures. And for the Pisces, it's very important for them to connect with the divine. Pisces are usually very psychic, you know, and or intuitive, and they dream a lot. And yeah, it talks about no news from anybody coming this month. There's no, like, you might be making money this month, but it's not going to change. The amount of money is not changing. Whatever money you make this month, it's going to stay the same. It talks about a short journey. I feel like towards the end of the month, you know, you'll probably take a short journey, right? Short journeys, yeah, towards the end. Yeah, so as far as I see, it's like blocked emotions, blocked creativity, people not treating you well, feeling like you're not getting through something, perhaps fighting in the home, you know, no support from your family, friends, from your boyfriend, from your... It gives me the impression like you might be really busy at work or being a defense attorney or something. And then getting through it, even through the loneliness, you know, with Four of Wands reversed. And stable money, like nothing changing for you. And I could see you being, as a Piscean, I don't really know much about Pisces, but I could see you liking amusement. So don't be afraid to, like, I don't know, watch some sort of comedy show to cheer yourself up throughout July, because you won't be really, I don't see you really being connected with yourself, you know. And for the Pisces, it's like they want to connect with their intuition, and there's some sort of blockage, you know, that might throw you off as well. So, message from the Oracle for the Pisces energy: competition, summon courage and self-confidence. Summon courage. Don't be afraid to win a competition or be competitive. Summon courage and self-confidence. Yes. Next is Aquarius. Aquarius is at 1:59. 59, an hour 59.50. Yeah. Okay, Aquarius. I'll do Aquarius, and then after Aquarius is those who don't know their birthday. So, universe, angels, and spirit guides, please connect with Aquarius energy. What's coming towards Aquarius in July? Thank you. Shit. What's coming towards Aquarius in July? Aquarius in July. Oh boy. King of Pentacles. I see you definitely being financially stable in July for the Aquarius people. You know, I see you being financially stable with the King of Pentacles. I see a man taking care of his family with 10 of Pentacles. You know, I see for Aquarius, if you're a woman looking for a partner, I feel like you'll find that somebody, and you're gonna be having your dreams fulfilled with that complete happy family, finding completion, abundance, balance, money, some sort of winning of the lottery, being part of a family business, or inheriting some money, being financially stable with this man protecting you and your family, right? If you're a man, I see you just finding that balance and being part of a family business, also finding a loyal mate, you know. Strength reverse, it talks about you having trouble overcoming problems, obstacles, lots of obstacles with strength, feelings of failure and illness. So even though like you start out like really stable and everything, you go through times where you feel like limited, you know, and feel ill and feel like other people are having impulsive behaviors and butting heads with people. You might find yourself being near people who have like anger problems. And it talks about you feeling despair, overwhelmed, 9 of Swords reversed. Refusing to reach out for help, you know, but then trying to change your mindset and reach out for help and fix the problem, whatever the problem is with this weakness and this butting heads with other people with the Aquarius energy. And then we have 7 of Cups upright, which talks about delusions, confusions, needing to make some sort of choice. Perhaps you'll find yourself like, because of all the stress of dealing with these compulsive behaviors and all this worry and feeling stabbed in the back and unable to sleep, you know, it might lead you to a delusional state of mind, you know, and you might feel pushed to cope with your stress by being addicted to some sort of substance. Just be aware of that, you know, because 7 of Cups, it talks about confidence and experience. And I feel like you can overcome all this without all that, right? 7 of Cups is being in fantasy land and having lots of temptations, you know, with drugs, alcohol, or some sort of like, or being OCD or whatever, any kind of addiction, and being severely confused, you know, so just be aware of that. It's, you know, whatever troubles you're going through, just remember it's temporary. It doesn't last. Everything comes to an end, you know. Just remember that. Let's pull some of these cards for Aquarius energy. Like, don't be afraid to reach out for help, you know, with 9 of Swords reverse. You'll fix the problem if you just reach out and try to get to the root of the problem. You know what I mean? A lot of the time people feel like, oh, it's the end of the world, you know, I can't ask for help, I'm too embarrassed, blah, blah, blah. Because you might be afraid of gossip, you know? With the 2 of Diamonds here, it talks about exchange of funds. That could be worrying you also. Like, not sure if you should be doing some sort of business transaction. Like, not sure of a partnership. Some of you might feel like, confused whether you're in a relationship, you know, because of all this butting of the heads. You might feel like, oh, maybe my business partner is cheating on me, or my lover is cheating on me, like having an affair. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that they'll actually have an affair, you know? I feel like what it means is they might be tempted with 7 of Cups. They might have serious temptations. Somebody withholding secrets, you know what I mean? Judging resources, a barn, a healthy body, abundance. Yeah, everything will be paying off. Like, I feel like even though you might be going through these hardships and suspicions because somebody's keeping a secret from you and they have temptations, whether to, if you're not sure, like, oh, are they gonna be honest with their business transaction, or oh, are they actually cheating on me? You know what I mean? Worrying, getting to the root of that, you know, with all this temptation and needing to make some sort of serious choice, right? It talks about a long trip. And I feel like for some of you, with the King of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles, like, you might get married in the end to somebody, which will improve your circumstances. That's what it seems to say. Or somebody else that you know might get married to somebody, which will improve your circumstances in an indirect way. Do you know what I'm saying? It talks about irritation and disagreement, some sort of changes, abundance, things paying off, competitions, going on a trip, either losing a friend or gaining a friend. So you might lose a friend or gain a friend for some of you. Some sort of truth coming out, and pregnancy in the family. Perhaps illness due to pregnancy, like throwing up and stuff, or somebody misusing money. Again, with the exchange of funds, being suspicious, right? Because somebody is going to have temptations. It could be you, having temptations and wanting to have a serious love affair, and you can't trust yourself. You know what I'm saying? It talks about someone taking reckless chances. Single, sincere. Like, you might meet somebody that you really like and say, oh, I'm going to take a chance. Be careful, because there's a big chance that you might knock somebody up. So be careful with that as well. Okay, so all in all, right, with all this worry and butting of heads and temptations and addictions and stuck in patterns and perhaps an OCD and not seeing clearly and confused and unable to make decisions, just for the Aquarius, I feel like what you need to do for July is just try to withstand temptation. You know what I mean? Let's pull an oracle. Let's pull an oracle for Aquarius. Dragonfly, live life to the fullest. Dragonfly, live life to the fullest. Whatever that means for you. I'm not sure if that's trying to push you onto... I feel like maybe the spirits are trying to, trick you now. To be like, oh yeah, live life to the fullest. Which might mean, give in to temptation. Don't do that. Owl, follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. Not a bad idea. Do you know what I mean? It's something inside of you saying, wrong. Listen to that voice. Okay, now for those who don't know their birthday. Because Aquarius is the last one. No, B-Day is at 2:09. 2:09 is D1. Okay, for those of you who don't have a birthday, mix the cards. For those of you who don't know your birthday, here's a reading for you. What are your readings for, guys? Special reading for those who don't know their birthday. Reading for them, what's coming for them in July. Oh my. My sister's sending me messages. Okay. Two of Cups. Let's pull the last. Two of Pentacles. Reversed. For those of you who don't know your birthday, I've met people that don't know their birthday. You know, they could be born, whatever the circumstances, and it's sad. Gossip, idle chatter, dark-haired man, and change, transformation. So, for those who don't know their birthday, we have 9 of Wands, which talks about like finishing a job, still being exhausted from being on defense from people. You know, needing to defend yourself all the time, needing to defend your reputation, still being on guard, guarding yourself, but thinking to yourself, I've done the job, been there, done that, finished the job, now what? Wondering what's going to happen next. We have 2 of Cups reversed, which talks about if you're in like a partnership, like some sort of miscommunication, a relationship thrown off balance. You know what I mean? Tension, unequal relationship, difficulty you might be having in July. For those of you who don't know your birthday, you might have difficulty in relating to other people. You know, broken communication between somebody. And I feel like that ties in with the 9 of Wands. It's like, because of this miscommunication and unequal relationship, whatever and whoever might be with, that's putting you on the fence. You know what I mean? We have the Star, which talks about you like cleansing yourself from the past, washing away the past, cleansing yourself. And it talks about you being headed in the right direction and your dreams being fulfilled, all your dreams coming true. The Star, it's like wishing upon a star. It's the Star is in the right direction, gaining recognition for all your hard work. It talks about you needing to do things physically in order to get your dreams to be fulfilled as well. It talks about you learning to understand different perspectives as well. And I feel like when you understand different ways of thinking, then it's going to be easier for you to relate to other people and communicate. Yeah. So it's stable, like this star, where you're in the right direction. It's very stable. Your dreams will come true. And 2 of Pentacles reverse, it talks about like unable to balance your emotional, like being very disorganized and unable to balance your emotions, being disorganized. Yeah. Something being delayed. Even though you're in the right direction, things might be delayed. You might feel stuck, but you're still in the right direction. We have 8 of Diamonds, King of Spades, and Ace of Spades. It talks about some of you might be married late, haven't gotten married later in life, and you're not happy in this marriage. You might like meet somebody. You might go on a small trip in July and meet somebody new, you know, for a new relationship, whether you're single, broken up with, you know, getting divorced. It talks about you know, getting rich, you know, off the country, off the land. That's what I feel it is. It talks about being focused on detail. For those of you who don't know your birthday. So, again, like the Star, what I read is that like you need to kind of make a physical vessel for you in particular to get all your dreams to start getting it moving and get your dreams coming true. It talks about a guy. I feel like for some women, if you're in a relationship, you know, an unhappy marriage, I can understand why, because this guy is very authoritative and controlling. He might be a little bit vicious. He could be a lawyer. He could be a criminal. He could be a criminal lawyer, or somebody who's very tough. This might be talking about you if you're a male listening to this. This might be talking about you in particular. Like, you might have issues, you know, being very unable to bend, you know, and it might be good for you to take things easy, you know, flow with it. It talks about some sort of ending, feeling isolated, And it could be something you might end this month, like a relationship. Perhaps a friend is sick, or somebody might have died in your family. Some sort of change, beginning, some sort of end, you know? And with this ending, it talks about like a new insight, a new realization coming your way, you know, and you being able to brainstorm, you know, even through the sadness of the change and the breakup. It could be breakup in a relationship. It could be losing a friend, as in breaking up with a friend. Somebody literally might have passed, or somebody you're missing in July. It could be also like, I'm thinking, it could be the what's that word? It could be the anniversary of a death of somebody that you know and care for, right? So all in all, I see you being in the right direction, even though you might feel like there's some sort of delays. The best thing for you to do is also to try to focus, get organized, and pay attention to detail. You know, and that will help you to reach your goals and your dreams in a much faster fashion. Here's a message for those with no birthday, with no zodiac sign. Message for those with no birthday. Friendship, nurture your relationships. Friendship, nurture your relationships. So that ties in with, like, if you're a guy and you're unbendable, try to go with the flow, you know what I mean? If you're a girl with a guy, it talks about you being unhappily married and trying to fix this relationship, right? Or nurture your friendships, not necessarily with your partner. Perhaps just going out with friends and hanging out and taking time to heal yourself and have a good time, you know, and be easygoing. You know, that's the impression I get from these cards. Anyway, thank you all for listening and have a great day. I hope this helped you guys.